LeBron James has finally broken his silence, and he did not hold back. He is now calling out the WNBA controversy that has everyone talking. This is the game that pushed an NBA legend to speak up. So what do you think the WNBA should do about Carrington? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
You know, there's a very small number of men and women that actually get to live out their dream of playing a professional sport. And we have grown-ass men and women out here doing whatever they can to try to make sure that does not happen. That is the weirdest thing in the world.
This clothesline was not the first time Carrington had put a Fever player in danger, and the tape goes back years. The real story starts long before this season, and it is worth looking at where this reputation actually began. It goes back to the 2024 playoffs in the first round, when Carrington's hand went straight into Caitlin Clark's face and caught her near the eye. Clark walked away with a visible black eye that quickly became one of the biggest talking points of that entire playoff series. Carrington's response was that she did not even realize she had hit her and that it was an accident. The league reviewed the incident but ultimately did very little. There was no major punishment and no suspension. Now, many people believe that moment may have sent the message that there would be no serious consequences, especially after everyone had the chance to see the angle for themselves.
DiJonai Carrington didn't even wait to untie her fucking shoes, and after she got ejected with a flagrant foul for coming across Sophie Cunningham head. She goes on Twitter and she writes, "White privilege." Like, I just don't get, like, every moment this young lady got, and she's only played like a couple games this year because she was hurt, and then she comes, and she already has shit off the court with her ex-girlfriend, and like every time she has a chance to blow some shit up and make a mockery of the league, best believe DiJonai Carrington is gonna do it.
And that eye poke was not a one-time incident either. Carrington has also grabbed Sarah Ashley Barker by the ponytail and yanked her straight to the floor, while officials called it a loose ball foul instead of treating it like what it appeared to be. She has also undercut Skylar Diggins during a fast break and caught her in the head. On another play, she even ended up hurting her own teammate, Paige Buchers, while attempting to foul someone else. In 2025 alone, before the Cunningham hit ever happened, Carrington had already picked up 3 flagrant fouls in a single month. That is exactly why some basketball analysts went on record warning that she could seriously injure someone if the league failed to step in.
As everyone else is seeing this angle, I'm calling her in, and I'm saying to her, I need answers.
And that is the gap between Carrington's public image and what the footage appears to show. She is often described as a hard-nosed defender, someone who simply competes at a high level. But the bigger question is whether the league is actually dealing with these situations properly when they happen. Some players have even pointed out that this has nothing to do with race, explaining that they have committed similar fouls in the past and were ejected from games, and that they deserve to be ejected. They argue there is no reason to bring race into the discussion when the issue is simply about what happened on the court. One player also made it clear that she did not even know Carrington personally and that Carrington was not on the team during the previous season when all of this was happening. At the same time, there is a belief that playing against the Fever brings extra attention because their games are nationally televised, there are more eyes watching, and some players may simply want that attention. Carrington's response to all of this came almost immediately. Within minutes of being ejected, and before Cunningham had even left the court, the league stepped in and handled the situation in less than 2 hours.
Did go for the basketball. She basically reached around Shepard's body, but the fact that she went for the basketball and for the block really
It's a basketball play.
Yeah, it is. And she ends up getting Shepard in the face, the nose. I don't know which takes precedent. Oh, see, it's the hit the ball and then it's the pull back. they're showing it on the Jumbotron at a different angle that sort of looked like, watch after Carrington goes for the block, watch her pull back right here. And that's the part that I don't know if you separate that.
That is the gap between Carrington's public image and what the footage appears to show. She is often described as a hard-nosed defender, someone who simply competes at a high level. But the bigger question is whether the league is actually dealing with these situations properly when they happen. Some players have even pointed out that this has nothing to do with race, explaining that they have committed similar fouls in the past and were ejected from games, and that they deserve to be ejected. They argue there is no reason to bring race into the discussion when the issue is simply about what happened on the court. One player also made it clear that she did not even know Carrington personally and that Carrington was not on the team during the previous season when all of this was happening. At the same time, there is a belief that playing against the Fever brings extra attention because their games are nationally televised, there are more eyes watching, and some players may simply want that attention. Carrington's response to all of this came almost immediately. Within minutes of being ejected, and before Cunningham had even left the court, the league stepped in and handled the situation in less than 2 hours.
Of that, meaning the foul. And this has nothing to do with race. Last year, I did the same thing, and I got kicked out of a game, and I deserved to be kicked out. There's no reason even to play that card, meaning the race card. Clearly, I think it was unnecessary. I don't even know her. She wasn't even on the team last year when all that was going on. But I do think people play the Fever. We're nationally televised. There's a lot of eyes on us, and people just want attention. And that's her just trying to get attention.
Kelsey Mitchell drops 27 points on 11 of 22 shooting, while also adding 5 rebounds and 2 assists. But her streak is the real story here. This is Mitchell's 16th straight game scoring 20 or more points, breaking Aya Wilson's previous record of 15 consecutive games. Nobody else in WNBA history is even close to that number. But once the starters check back into the game, the Fever go on a 24-6 run to close out the half. That huge swing turns what had been a close game into a commanding lead. Chicago fights its way back to 73-70 in the fourth quarter, and Clark answers immediately with a 3-pointer. Then Mitchell scores 8 straight points on back-to-back threes to push the lead back to 13. The Sky managed to get within 89-86 with just 28 seconds remaining, but Clark calmly knocks down a free throw to help seal the game. In the end, it was depth that made the difference in this one, not just 3 names on a stat sheet. And that is exactly what LeBron James is about to talk about.
It just shows the type of person that she is. She, like, you know, you do it. Like, it's no doubt about what you did was a unnecessary flagrant 2 foul. And then you come out, you delete your message because you're a coward. Because that's what cowards do. If you go stand on it. Because you were so mad after the game, stand on it. And then secondly, you write 8:23. Like, okay, I guess that's the next time they play Indiana. You ready for Sophie? You gonna fight? You ready?
I'm glad that they rescinded it because for that action being minimal, like a brush, this is what should have happened and the right thing happened. What? Like, what is
all I'm saying is I have flashbacks to college when my teammate bumped into a coach like this and it was a problem.
Where your teammate did what?
Bumped into one of our coaches this way and it was a problem. But I think when we analyze it, if Caitlin didn't say anything, it is marginal. I think rescinding it was fine. But I do understand in the moment how we got here.
Well, and this is why you have the processes in place for the league to be able to. That is a deep sigh. You good?
Yeah, it's just always something. I mean, my goodness.
LeBron James does not usually weigh in on WNBA drama. So when he finally decided to speak up, everybody clicked on the video to hear what he had to say. Stay tuned, and we will see you in the next one.